Hi everyone, Galerian here. Hope you're all enjoying Halloween Cup. Next week, another very important cup is coming. It's the Flying Cup. So today in this video, we'll be discussing the Flying Cup meta. First of all, we'll be going through some technicalities. Flying Cup will happen on November 5th, beginning at 6 p.m. local time until midnight. So you have 6 hours. Only Flying Cup will be allowed with a CP limit 1,500, so we'll be in the Great League. It's also called the Go Battle Night, which means that you will be able to complete 20 sets of battles. That is major for your elo if you are planning to hit on rank 10. You will also be receiving twice the Stardust during these battles. You will also be able to involve PGL during the event to have a PGL that knows Gust. Gust is a flying type fast move. It's not the strongest move as you can see in this chart. It has higher damage, pretty average, below average energy gain, but you never know when Niantic is going to throw another moveset and Gust might become the new charm or become the new Razor Leaf, so it's always nice to have some Pokemon that are reserved with community to move basically. So we'll explain the meta first, the meta relevance Pokemon, and we'll deep dive into the dominating Pokemon that in this meta, and in the end, I will be discussing some of the, in my opinion, core breakers of this meta. Flying Cup is a very interesting meta in a way that it is really about the dual types. It's about the second typing you have on top of the flying type. More specifically, it is about the fast move you have on your Pokemon, whether it is super effective to flying or not. As you can see in this meta, every Pokemon here has a fast move that is super effective to most of the flying Pokemons. That is due to the nature that because every Pokemon is a flying type, so they share a lot of common weakness. All flying types are weak to ice moves, rock moves, and electric moves. All flying types are resisting bug moves, ground moves, fighting moves, which we'll not be listing here because they are not as relevant. And flying moves are also resisted by steel type, by electric type, and by rock types. So it's very clear these are the major typings in this meta. If you're not familiar with it yet, once I put the Pokemon on the typings, it will be very clear for you. As you can see now, because of the nature of flying types, the weakness and the advantage of the flying moves, these Pokemon are already way ahead of every other flying Pokemon in this league. That's why you don't see trophies, because flying moves is resisted and grass move is resisted. So the four major Pokemon in this meta is about 5. Skarmory, the steel type, Articuno, the ice type, Aerodactyl, the rock type, and Zapdos and Emogma, the electric types. Obviously, these 4 types of Pokemon, Steel, Ice, Rock, Electric, are not the only important Pokemon in this meta. At the moment, Maintain, a Water Flying type, is actually number 1 on PvPoke in this meta. But because of the nature of this cup and the power balance between these 4 types, we'll be discussing these 4 types first before we move on to the other types of Pokemon. One thing you should be expecting for this meta is most of the Pokemons are dealing super effective damage to each other, so the matches are gonna be really quick. And most of the Pokemon in this meta are pretty squishy, so just be prepared. It's gonna be a fast move smackdown in this meta. At the moment, we have the core 4 types of Pokemon in this meta. I'm just gonna make it very simple right now. Aerodactyl it's good for Articuno and the electric types. Electric types are really good for Skarmory and Articuno. Skarmory is really good for Articuno and Aerodactyl. And Articuno obviously is good for the other flying Pokemon, the Altaria, some of the others we're going to mention in a minute. But definitely, whatever team you are building, these 4 types are the most important one. You either need to have one of them, or you need to know how to counter them. Without a good Pokemon to counter them, you will not be able to achieve what you want to achieve in this cup. When it comes to the core breakers, those are the Pokemon that are actually more important in this meta, because the 4 type of Pokemon before, it's very much rock, paper, scissors, and they have very good matchup against each other. So you need Pokemon like this to break the core, to turn around a losing lead and regain switch. And these Pokemons either have a good typing or good moveset for them to stand out in this meta. The reason we have these other core breakers in this meta is because of the power dynamic we have with the 4 types we talked about already: electric, steel, ice, and rock, right? Water typing is weak to electric, but it's good against ice, rock, and steel. So we have flying water Pokemon that is also relevant in this meta. And we also have dragon flying types are in this meta, and they are relevant in this meta because dragon resists electric, dragon resists water, so they're good. They have a good defense that made them relevant in this meta. So if you're thinking about flying water Pokemon in the Great League, obviously Mantine is your #1 choice. It's very bulky, it has really good moveset, and even when it's in a losing matchup, it can Bubble Beam and debuff the opponent to set up for the next Pokemon. And we have also another water flying type, Gyarados. Especially if you have a Shadow Gyarados with Aqua Tail, the community move, it's going to be very aggressive in the attack, but on the other hand, it's very squishy, so use carefully. And we have the Flying Dragon of the Great League, the Altaria, also very bulky, has really good moveset. And we have the Dragonite, especially if you are going for the spicy, crazy strategy, use a Shadow Dragonite, very strong attack, at the same time very squishy as well. And because of the dragons and the Gyarados in this potential meta, there's also a little room for the Charmers to counter them. That is Togekiss, flying fairy type, with the very aggressive OP fast move charm. Even when resisted, it still does so much damage, so that's something you can also consider. With Mantine and Gyarados, obviously they have really good matchup against Skarmory, and they have really worse matchup with electric type Zapdos and Emokla. And the matchup between Mantine, Gyarados, and Aerodactyl and Articuno are very close. I'm only using a dotted line. Some of them win Aerodactyl but lose to Shadow Aerodactyl. Some of them lose to Articuno but win Shadow Articuno. But I check out the matchup. Even when they win by 5 HP or they lose by 10 HP. Those are very IV dependent, also very luck dependent, that if you are switching 1 second before the opponent, it could flip the match. But I'm not going to put down a clear matchup here because I don't believe that is assuring enough. With Altaria, it has really good matchup against the electric type because Dragon resists electric and Dragon Breath is neutral, and it's a very good move, and Altaria is very bulky in the Great League. It has very neutral matchup with Skarmory and Aerodactyl, the same reason we have discussed before, and obviously Altaria is really bad with Articuno. Another interesting Pokemon here is Mandabas, which is a dark flying type that doesn't seem to belong here, but it is incredibly bulky. It has around 180 HP, really good defense, and fairly good moveset because it's really spammy with aerial ace and foreplay. You can work either with Snarl, I think Snarl is a better move, or S slash if you prefer. It has pretty neutral matchup with Skarmory and Aerodactyl. It loses to the Electric type and Articuno. So another Pokemon here, very interesting Pokemon, is Togekiss. It loses to Skarmory because Steel type resists Charm. It loses to Articuno because of the Ice Shard and Icy Wind, the continuous debuff. But it actually wins against Zapdos and Emokla because Charm is neutral, and neutral is not enough for Charm. And because Charm has one of the highest attack DPS, and both in electric type Pokemon like Zapdos and Emokla are very squishy. It has fairly neutral matchup with Aerodactyl because Aerodactyl is also very squishy. Also, you don't have to run Charm. Each Togekiss has a potential to get a different hidden power move, and it cannot change. No, you don't spend your TM on your Togekiss to try to get a hidden power rock or hidden power ice. If you have hidden power ice, it's never going to change. But if you happen to have a Togekiss with hidden power ice, hidden power rock, hidden power electric, that could be a very interesting move to run because you can surprise your opponent by having a move they were not expecting. So finally for the team building, and this is what I think you can start with. Obviously, I'm not the best in Pokemon battles, but first of all, think about what you have already. Articuno, Zapdos, Skarmory, Aerodactyl, they are not that rare. If you have one you want to build, you can build one. For some of the Pokemons, I don't even think a second move is needed. Because it's very much a fast move smackdown meta. But I'll say that choose two from this type of Pokemons. I have one or two from the core breakers, from the Articuno, from the Altaria, the Mantine, the Mandibuzz, the Charmer, just to have a little diversity, a little versatility with your team, and you should be ready to go. This meta is very much rock, paper, scissors. So I would say another thing very important is to keep in mind what is going on in the meta. Watch your favorite streamers before you go on your battles of the day. Watch YouTube to predict what might happen. And also maybe keep a mental or have Excel form of what you encounter every day. If you see Articuno every day, then maybe prepare to run Aerodactyl. If you see Mantine every day, then maybe start to run Zapdos in Mokla. Be prepared, as we can learn from the Halloween Cup, the meta shifts every day. So you have to be very on toes with all the changes, all the strategies, what's happening in GBL. I wish you the best luck in this cup. If you like this video, comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.